Hey everyone, this is JB Bremerton here with your review of Halo Reach. This is the prequel to the Halo trilogy. It takes place on the planet Reach, which is somewhere out in the universe or somewhere. And you are a member of the Noble team. They call you Noble 6. You're an unnamed Spartan soldier who is with his unit called into service on the planet Reach to quell what you think is a rebel uprising against the United Nations Space Command. However, you find out that the Covenant, which is a religious order of aliens who worship the Forerunners, you find out the Covenant are invading the planet in their attempt to take over the universe and destroy it or do whatever they feel they should. And of course, there's more to that story that I won't get into right now. You can you could probably get that from the other games or read up about it if you haven't played them. But that's pretty much the basis of the story. And they find out a lot of things here that the other games did not explain. The gameplay here is much different than any of the previous games. The graphics have improved exponentially, and this is probably the most realistic game so far. And the multiplayer is excellent. If you haven't played that yet, I do suggest it. Um, I've done one playthrough on this since I got it on Tuesday, and that was competitive. And what's really interesting about the competitive gameplay mode is it gets more difficult with the more players you use. So if you're using one player, it's one way. If you're using two, it's more difficult, and three, it's more difficult. Four, it's even more difficult. It's just like that. So I was with one more person, and we were playing through this. And I wasn't too pleased with the length of the campaign. It is a shorter campaign as games tend to be right now, as far as first-person shooters go. And there are some frame rate issues there. And it takes, at least on my machine, it took forever to load at times. And then that whole multiplayer countdown thing for the campaign really doesn't make a lot of sense for me. Um, but it is very well made as far as that goes. Because this is, like I said, the most advanced looking game they've made so far. Um, and there's some new weapons in here. You got the needle rifle, which shoots out the needles just like a rifle would at long range. So you don't have to be close up and just start firing off numerous needles to pierce the enemy and blow them up and all that. There's also some different things they added in. A lot of the same enemy characters are in there. You got the elites, which are hard to beat as usual. You got the jackals and the grunts and everything like that. Got some brutes in here. You got the ordnance that calls in the airstrike. And that is a lot of fun to use. I didn't like the idea that they had just a few airstrikes within with the ordnance gun they give you. But I guess that's kind of the way they do things, just to make it more difficult. But if there was no challenge involved, of course, the game wouldn't be any fun. But that's Halo Reach. I will say it's worth the wait, but it does have some issues there. As far as the ending goes, it sums it up nicely and really, sets the stage for the trilogy and whatever else. But I was very disappointed in how it ended in this game with your character and everything like that. I mean, that was just didn't make a lot of sense to me at all. Just you could, in theory, you could play it forever and just not get anywhere once you get to the very last level. And if you played already, you know what I'm talking about. But this, I'm not going to say this isn't worth playing. This is absolutely worth playing at least once. And I can, as far as the multiplayer goes, I can see why people would get immersed in it because it is. When I was playing the firefight with my friend, he was just like, man, it just incredible. So I'm not quite into multiplayer so much, but I was very impressed by that, and just it was just a whole lot of fun. And playing the competitive with him, I mean, it was just a whole different experience than me playing solo, as I have been just most recently. It is a totally different experience, and it's just something. I mean, you got to check this out. It's absolutely amazing what they've done here, and I do thank Bungie for their 10 years to the Halo franchise, and I do wish them well, and I hope Microsoft won't mess this up if they make any more games, and you know they will, as well as they're selling. But as far as that goes, you know, we'll just see what happens. But I'll leave you now. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what you thought of the game, and I will see you next time.
We're stalled in the town with Adrian. Cat, where are you?
Opening the gate now.